for Rockland, they're trying to go into 2026 with a win, and they're going to have to try and do it here against St. John Paul. Hello, everyone. WRPS Rockland live on YouTube. My name is Justin, here with Tommy Welch, the Statosaurus Rex. I mean, we talked about this team before, and not the best, result from the Cashman Cup, but you have to admit that the aggressiveness was definitely there. Just unlucky against a really good Abington team.
Yeah, definitely. It's not the outcome you wanted going into the Cashman, but you do have to admit, second place is not that bad against a tough team like Abington.
Yeah, and also going to, WEB is no team to really slouch at, too. So getting that win to make it even to the final, that is definitely huge. But, I mean,
yeah, definitely.
We'll talk about real quick about both sides. I mean, with St. John Paul, they're 4-0-1. I mean, and we'll get to a coach interview later on in the intermission reports. But, I mean, they were talking about how, they're winning, but it's sort of iffy, and they're looking to just get off to a hot start. And I think you're expecting that from both these teams here early on.
Yeah, definitely.
So, obviously, we'll just go quickly into score predictions. I mean, obviously, one thing to note, James Webster is actually back, and we're actually going to be able to get him in the first intermission, which is very, very huge. And I think one thing Rockland's been needing a lot is that defensive help, because they've lost defender after defender. I mean, they have been struggling, and it's good to get someone like James Webster back.
Yeah, definitely. As Dean Alex is still out, so maybe that offensive intensity maybe will slow down a little bit for Rockland, but I think that they should do, decent here today.
Yeah, and the person to look at is Jack Blondie. I mean, you really have to, also known as Jack Blondie. I mean, he really is the go-to guy. So something to look out for. But we'll just real quick get into score predictions as the players take the ice. I mean, I have to say that St. John Paul, they have the record to show for it. This game could go either way. Yeah. I'm going to say 4-3 in favor of St. John Paul. I just think that the record, while there are holes that the coach did mention, the record speaks for itself, and I think Rockland's here for a dogfight if they're not ready. Yeah, definitely. I actually have the exact same score for Rockland, but I don't have 4. I have 6. Ooh. I think it's 6-3 St. John Paul. It's going to be a tough game because, look, James Webster is just coming back from injury. How is he going to respond? Because it takes a couple of minutes to just get the motors going. I expect a very strong first period out of this Lions team. We'll take a quick minute break, and then we'll get DJ Rocco here, and then we'll get the start of this game. WRPS Rockland live on YouTube.
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great. Participate!
Welcome back. Justin Bowman here, now with DJ Rocco from Rockland. First off, Happy New Year's, my good friend. How are you?
Happy New Year in about 12 hours or so.
Good enough.
Close enough. I'm doing great. How are you, Justin?
I'm doing good. And Rockland's trying to start off the new year right with a win against St. John Paul. And, I mean, we talked about it with Tommy. This is a really good team. You got to assume that Rockland's got to be aggressive right off the jump because this is a team that's come prepared.
Yes, and you spoke with the coach earlier, and how was he feeling coming into this matchup?
He felt sort of uncertain, which I thought was really interesting. We'll get more of it, I believe, in the first intermission after we talk with James Webster, which is a fantastic interview because he's going to be back on the ice. More defensive help for the Bulldogs. He said they got wins, but it's some dicey wins. It's the same situation that we talked about, that pucks sometimes go the other way. Rockland could be a team that could still be 3-2. This is one of those Rockland teams that you can kind of tell that they're right on the cusp of really being good, but being aggressive for all 3 periods is the main thing. And, I mean, we got my score prediction and Tommy's score prediction. What about you? I mean, this game could go either way, but...
Now, I am liking the jerseys on these guys.
Yes.
I do have to say. So, I'm going to go... I think I'm going to have to agree with you. I'm going to go for 5-3 St. John Paul.
All right. St. John Paul sweep, and hopefully that's the commentator's curse.
Yeah.
Because that'd be interesting. They came all the way from Hyannis.
Hyannis, really?
Yeah. They said
Hyannis.
The coach said it was an hour drive.
An hour drive?
Yes.
Kind of like Lucas coming from New Bedford.
Yeah, which was wild.
In 30 minutes.
Yeah. Do you want to tell them about that while we have a moment?
No, I don't. we should probably never speak of that again.
Yeah, I mean, but one thing that is pointing out is Ricky is back in net. Colin did get some starts, and he did look good. I mean, I don't even think you can put that Abington loss on him. That's just a fantastic Abington team that really can go far in this league. I think that Ricky's looking for redemption because there's definitely some. I think his reflexes were left a lot to be desired because there were some times where you kind of can tell that he was trying his best, but then he would make those small mental errors. And I think a win here could definitely help him get back on track.
Yeah, now you look at the Bulldog Ricky SNC, who opened the door for me this morning. Shout out to Ricky. And you look at Colin Rao. I don't think it's either of theirs fault for any of the losses. I think it heavily relies on the defense because they were stopping a ton of shots and a lot of tricky shots too. But when you don't have a great defense right with you there, it needs to be improved on.
Yeah, and I mean, it goes back to the offensive aggressiveness. When you're in your defensive zone for 75 to 80% of the time,
right,
goals are bound to happen. I mean, it's not if, it's when in that case. And it shows against that Abington team that's really talented. You get blown out if that's the case. So you're looking for a little bit different here from Ricky. But one thing that we were talking about was Owen Giervon. He was someone that the coach was actually saying that, like, they kind of didn't, he wasn't ready when they first started. But now that he's got ramped up, he's getting like second line minutes. I mean, how impressive is it that an 8th grader is really contributing to this team that's had a bunch of injuries to deal with?
If you told me he was an 8th grader during that web game, I would have said you're crazy. He extremely talented, fast, just a really good overall player, and that's something that this team needs. So hopefully this game will turn out a little different than the Cashman Cup.
Yeah, and obviously we talked about it because this is a very young team. A lot of seniors on that team last season, and then LaRucco is still here. But then you have to look at someone like Jack Blondie, who's only a junior, who's only going to get better. He's going to have to really be the leader of that team going into next season. But there's a lot of young talent on this team. But you also have some studs that are seniors. You have, Moran. You have some other players that have been real big contributors. And you're really looking for those seniors to be those leaders.
Yeah, and I mean, that kind of comes with the territory there. You're getting to this high point in your career. You have to step up. You have to be the best player you can be. And is there any people we should worry about, or Rockland should worry about, from the opposing team today?
Just anyone on offense. Because I don't even think there's one person that Rockland's having an issue with. I think it's overall just the team unity when it comes to getting offense possessions, because they've mentioned, we were able to talk with Coach Murphy on it, that's something that they've been struggling with. It's the fact that they do really good on defense, but again, the defense can only be out there for so long in the defensive zone. They're going to get tired, they're going to get gassed. Blondie cannot duplicate himself into like 7 people and play all the defensive positions. Like, it's not possible. So I definitely just think what I'm looking for Rockland is just offensive shots. Like, in my opinion, they're going for quantity over quality. I think it has to be I think that's the goal that they need to go into this game with, because I really do think if you have that mindset, goals are going to trickle in. I mean, we saw with Abington. Yeah. Goals went off Jack Blondie's skates, a deflection, an own goal. I mean, we saw a bunch of things that just didn't go Rockland's way just because Abington got shots on net.
Right. And Wayne Gretzky has the line, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Or Michael Scott, depending on who you ask. And as much as cliche as that is, it's 100% true. You just take the shots, take every opportunity, keep it in the opposing team's zone. That's one of their biggest issues. Most of the games are played on their zone, their territory, which they need to be a little more careful about that. Get it in the other zone, try to keep it there.
Yeah, so the goalie in net for both these teams, first off, Ricky's going to be in net. He's been the definition of Jekyll and Hyde, if I had to give some old references. He's had good games that they've unfortunately not been able to win, but they've also had games he wish he had back. And then you have someone like Jacob Smith. There's a reason he's 4-0-1 on the season. I mean, he really is a stellar goaltender. So that's really I think you would agree with me, Rocco, when it's saying that he needs to just get shots off as soon as possible. Like, you need to just, for as this goaltender early on, like the WEB game, just hit the goaltender at some point. I mean, if anything, just get the goalie off his rhythm. That's all that matters.
Right, and where they have, as you just said, a great goalie, you have to get a little more physical where possible. I mean, that's what won them the web game, their physicality. Not necessarily fighting the other team, but just a couple more checks against the board, stuff like that. Be a little more physical, get in their heads a lot too. That's another big thing, getting in their head. And most of the time in hockey that ends up in a fight, so maybe don't do that.
Yeah.
Or do whatever you want.
I mean,
I would try to win. That's the main goal.
I would argue, I mean, it's them finding that balance of being aggressive and taking those penalties, because they were overtly aggressive in the WEB game, but they almost lost that game because of those penalties.
Right.
Going on the penalty kill so many times, the EyeBuyHouses penalty kill.
Yes.
But I mean, that's something to look out for, absolutely, with this team. I mean, it's really interesting to see what happens. Like we said, this is a very, very young team. Now, this is a team that got upset last season, and they haven't got off to the best start. But again, it only takes a couple games to get some momentum going. You just get a 3 or 4 game win streak, you're right back to 500, and you're right back in the mix.
Yeah, so I mean, we're going to have to see how this game plays out. We got James Lavasser back. I believe Dean Alex is still out, if I heard Tommy correctly.
Colin Rao was just stomping towards the team circle. Colin Rao has the ability to be funny sometimes.
Yeah.
We've seen some moments of Colin Rao definitely trying to be the comedian, but also he is very talented and athletic.
It's even better if you've met Colin Rao. So speaking from personal experience, that is very true. I believe it's time for our national anthem.
Yes, we'll go to our PA announcer. First off, before we start, Rocco,
yes,
that's some fantastic national anthem singing by you.
Oh, thank you, thank you.
It's the pre-recording being sent here.
Yeah.
For you to do the national anthem is an honor.
I did that in my garage.
Really?
Yeah.
I can tell because of the echo.
Yeah. Yeah, man.
But I mean, we're off to a great start. I mean, we mentioned it before. These are two teams with like different trajectories, but a similar story, because we talked about it before. This is a team that's 4-0-1, but the coach said they kind of stumbled into a few wins. But on Rockland's side, a few pucks go the other way. This is a 3-2, 4-1 team. So it's really interesting to see what happens here.
Yeah, it's going to be. I don't know if it's going to be tight. I really have no expectations going into this game, to be honest with you. Both teams can be a little decisive, you know. It's going to be really interesting to see how this game plays out.
It's really going to go down to who's the most aggressive team off the jump, because you really need to be aggressive here. So here we go. Start of the first period here on this New Year's Eve clash. Rockland versus St. John Paul. St. John Paul will start with the puck. Trying to get into the offensive zone, they do. Like we said before, Ricky in net for the Bulldogs. Jacob Smith in net for St. John Paul. Goes around, falls on the stick of McGuire. Luruko's going to try and go to the far side. Trying to find Moran, and gets a shot, and it actually goes off the goaltender. Lost the puck for a moment. Gets it back, Laruco trying to keep the puck in. Moran trying to get a pass off to McGuire, could not get it. A scrum in the corner, trying to battle for the puck. St. John Paul picks it off. Trying to shot it deep. Good defense there from Blondie. Line changes for both these teams. St. John Paul going into the offensive end. Trying to take it himself, but could not. Bunch of Bulldogs there on the defense. St. John Paul tries to keep the offensive zone, but going the other way. David Kane has a chance here, looking for a shot opportunity. Pass in front to his brother, could not get it off. Battling for the puck. Kane trying to bring the puck back up. Ball's on a St. John Paul stick. Joe Barry will look to reset, offside warning, but they get back onside. St. John Paul will look to reset. Bringing up the left sideline. Good defense from Kane. Both these teams looking to leave it out all on the line here in this New Year's Eve clash. Joe Barry trying to hit the puck deep. St. John Paul does take control of it though. Brings it back into the neutral zone. In front, it goes the other way, actually gets the pass off, trying to get a deke around Joe Barry, goes off his skate. So we'll keep it a chance in front. Perfect pass in front, but no one was home. Jack Blondie with the interception. Blondie looking to take it himself, chips it in deep and will look for the puck. Trying to take control of it. And hits it right back to a St. John Paul skater. A little bit of scrum there. Going the other way. Good defense from the Bulldogs. Kane taking a nasty hit to separate himself from the puck. And for that opportunity, hit there from the Bulldogs. They'll look to reset. And a stick gets flown in the air.
He's stickless.
And a chip comes the other way. Ref's not really calling much early on. I like it. Play where it lies. Going the other way is LaRucco. Now a chance the other way for St. John Paul. And for a pass in front, jukes around two defenders, save made by Ricky. LaRucco trying to bring the puck up. Blondie will look to try and get it out. Has been stellar defensively all season long. LaRucco looking to take it himself. Pass it over to Moran, shot, and that's going to be saved. St. John Paul will look to try and get another offensive opportunity. Range short, gets tripped, and that will be a penalty on Jack Blondie. Unfortunately, Rocco, you cannot do that.
No.
In the game of hockey.
But you can play Thin Lizzy, and that's good.
How about that? But now the EyeBuyHouses penalty kill will be on the board for the Bulldogs. We'll have to try and kill this off. 11:36 to go. It's been a very back and forth game. No,
very fast-paced game as well.
It's like a chess match. You're seeing some moves, but no one's really made a true kill shot. Had a chance there. Good save made by Ricky. We mentioned it before. Ricky has been stellar. He's had his moments, but overall he has been very good along with Colin Rao. And hitting it deep is LaRucco. Gets back into the neutral zone. Rocco will look to try and kill off more of this penalty kill. St. John Paul brings it into the offensive zone. LaRucco poke checks it for the moment. Gets through the two defenders. Ricky somehow makes the save.
You know, something I've noticed about Ricky is he's much more on edge and on the prowl, if you will, about the puck. He's constantly watching it and moving towards the puck, even if it's not near him. Did you notice that as well?
I feel like he's more tenacious.
Yes.
I feel like that's the word you're looking for, because in the first few games, the whole team kind of looks skittish. Because obviously there's a lot of young talent on the team, a lot of freshmen, a lot of sophomores. So you kind of understand it from that perspective. Looking for a pass in front though. Was St. John Paul, couldn't connect. Trying to defend it is Jaden McQueen and Joe Barry. Looking for a shot to the far side. Ricky with a fantastic save off his shoulder. Kane will look to defend. Gets past, has a chance on the breakaway. Daniel Kane shoots, save made. A fantastic save from Jacob Smith. What an opportunity, but what an even better save by Smith.
Yeah, this place is so quiet. That really threw me off there.
Yeah, no, there's not many. I mean, it is at 11 a.m.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's
So
11:16.
That's like a morning tilt.
Yeah.
Some morning hockey. But St. John Paul will look to try and score here on the EyeBuyHouses penalty kill. Trying to bring the puck up. Going all the way. His shoot save made by Ricky. Trying to go after the puck again. We'll say number 12. Finian Short has been really, really aggressive. You see number 12. He's been one of those guys that has been all over the place for St. John Paul.
Yeah, for sure. And you need players like that. Still 0-0. 42 seconds left on the EyeBuyHouses penalty kill.
LaRucco will be in the face-off. Win it for the moment, but St. John Paul will get it right back. And LaRucco, good poke check. Looking to try and bring the puck up. LaRucco looking for a possible scoring opportunity, but gets poke checked away. LaRucco tried to back check one of the defenders, but St. John Paul will look to take it up themselves. Will get a pass off the other way. LaRucco will try and play chase, can't get it. Ooh. And now, big hit there from LaRucco. Joe Barry. Rockland looking to try and keep this puck out of the net. And that gets trucked all the way down. A nice clear out. And there you like hearing the clear the puck term.
Mm-hmm.
Had to throw that in for you.
Thank you.
But the penalty kill is over. Bulldogs back to full strength. 9:30 left to go in the first period. And how about this? An interception there. McGuire shoots. And that gets blocked. As rebound chance in front. Save. Rebound again. Jacob Smith with 3 saves in a row.
Effortless, by the way. No thought needed. Just swatted him right away from him.
It just didn't look like he put that much effort into it. I mean, that was very athletic from Jacob Smith.
Great use of the glove there. Yeah, no, that was stellar play.
Rockland can't win the faceoff. So St. John Paul will like to bring the puck up themselves. A little bit of a scrum there. Rockland keeping it in the offensive zone. Trying to stop it with the body was St. John Paul. But instead, it's going to be a chance to lay. Shoot, scores! A poke check. And the freshman Daniel Kane will get on the board. 1-0 Bulldogs.
It was a great shot there. That's what they're taking the shot opportunities, keeping it in the offensive zone there.
And we talked about quantity over quality. I mean, that's exactly the case. And I mean, that was a great defensive poke check by Daniel Kane. Only a freshman.
Yeah.
Very, very good goal there. Rockland looking for that get-right game to try and get back in the win column and start a little bit of a win streak. But St. John Paul looking to try and continue their winning ways early on in the season. Looking for a shot opportunity, and that goes wide. Kane will try and take control of the puck, hits it to the far side, gets it over to his brother, hits it back out to the neutral zone. Dana McQueen and Kane on the chase.
Double hit.
They were on the boards, but they were able to keep control of it. And for a pass. Instead trying to take it himself. What a move. Looking for the pass. It was a great opportunity. Just goes off the stick. Had a chance there. They ought to go back out to the neutral zone to reset. And trying to hit it deep. They can't. Ooh. Oh, a big hit there from St. John Paul. Looking for a shot in front. Can't get it. Goes wide. Chance on in front. Looking for the pass. Can't get it. Will go all the way down. And that will be icing. I will say, for even with Rockland scoring that goal, it has been 50-50 for most of this game. I mean, both sides really giving it all they got.
Yeah, we're already, like 7 minutes in, if I did my math right, or something like that? I don't know. I don't want to have math class right now.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's been an intense game so far.
LaRucco on the faceoff. Loses it initially. But Moran will try and bring it up himself. Back the other way is St. John Paul looking for the pass. Jack Blondie separates that. Joe Barry will try and take control of that. And hit there from McGuire. Oh, good. And that puck flies over the glass, and that's going to go into the netting. One thing about the Star Spangled Banner is when we stand up, we can't see the entire flag.
No, we can just see the red part, the red and white part.
Some of the blue part.
Some of the blue?
Yeah.
Red, white, and some of the blue.
Some of the blue. Trying to bring the puck up. St. John Paul will win it. And shot in front. Good save made by Ricky. We got to listen to Justin Timberlake more because we were just playing it throughout the game. And they will go for the line change. St. John Paul taking it the other way. Pass number. Shoots. Scores! Originally stopped by Ricky's blocker, but still goes into the net. And St. John Paul will tie this up. Finian short. We talked about him before. Extra aggressive there. I can't tell if that was a deflection because I heard the blocker save.
I think it hit the blocker and bounced back.
I mean, that's an unlucky bounce. I mean, we talk about unlucky bounces. That's been Rockland for most of these games. But again, just like that, it is a tie game thanks to Finian short. Rockland will look to try and get one back on the board. Jaden McQueen. Look to try and fight with the puck with Kane. David and Daniel Kane on the same line with Jaden McQueen. Kane trying to take the other way, shoots, and that's going to go wide. Looking to bring the puck up is St. John Paul. Trying to go a pass on the far side, hits off a Rockland skate. Juke, what a move there by the defender, Finian short. Taking up, looking for a shot, save made by Ricky. Trying to look for the pass. Rockland gets it back out to the neutral zone. Marr trying to get the puck up to Rockland. Trying to get it to Ruko actually, but could not get it. St. John Paul will reset. For an opportunity. Moran trying to keep the puck on his stick. Both teams going to fight for it in the corner. St. John Paul will win it, but they did get off a line change, so Rockland will actually take possession of it. Marr will just pass it to a St. John Paul defender. They look to try and bring the puck back up into the neutral zone. That's exactly what they do for the moment. Trying to take it into the zone himself. St. John Paul on the first scoring opportunity. What a move by Blondie. Giving the puck out. And trying to bring the puck up. On Giervant, couldn't take control of it. Blondie will try and just pass it deep. No icing. St. John Paul. 1-on-3. Shot! Save made by Ricky. Luckily, that one didn't bounce into the net. Instead, St. John Paul with numbers. Trying to go the other way. One person not able to get it. The other person does, though. Back and forth scrum there. So Kupu Laruko will try and take it himself. The captain jukes around one defender, trying to get a pass off. But he gets poke checked at the last possible second. And Joe Barry will go back for the icing. And you talking with the producer over there? What was that all about?
So we have a couple viewers. Shout out to Tommy's dad and also John from YouTube.
How about?
So thanks for checking out the stream. It's been a fun one so far.
Hey, you know, if you like, subscribe, and hit that bell, you become more cool.
You know what? Also, you get more cool if you follow me on Instagram at DJ Rocco from Rockland.
That's true.
And Justin at Justin Bowman 00.
Yeah. You learn something new every day. Trying to bring the puck up is Rockland. They do lose it. St. John Paul 1-on-1 the other way. Reverse opportunity. Ricky gets a glove on it. Joe Barry trying to take control of it. This is it for the moment. So St. John Paul gets it. Shot save made by Ricky in front. What a save.
So Tommy just mouthed something to me and made some hand gestures. We're going to pretend like I'm saying what he just told me. So if anyone asks...
Tommy would be great at charades.
Yeah.
We love Tommy here.
Tommy's the best.
Tommy's the best. So going the other way. Puck goes deep. No icing. Oh, they actually will call icing. A little bit of a delayed call there.
Wow.
Kane was on the chase but could not get to it. A little bit of a different music selection. I kind of like it.
Who is this?
Someone.
Someone.
It's only an instrumental right now, so.
Oh.
It sounds like waiting room music, you know?
Elevator music.
You know?
Trap elevator music.
Yeah, exactly. And St. John Paul trying to get a shot off. Can't.
Ooh, a tire.
Rockland trying to play good defense. Gloved by Ricky. A lot of offensive pressure from St. John Paul after that goal. Really, momentum has shifted in their favor.
Yeah, now, Ricky's been stopping the puck every chance he gets. How do you feel about that?
I mean, you have to. I mean, Ricky is a very, very solid goaltender. Remember, against Bishop Stang, 42 of 45. I mean, he was dynamite in that game. So he has the ability to really be the game changer for this team. It's the consistency that, you know, even the coaches have been looking for. And they've been, even Ricky has said it himself from what the coach have told me. So. And Mara looks trying to pass that puck deep. Goes right on the stick of St. John Paul.
He's stickless.
Goes the other way. Looking for a pass deep. But Blondie wins it. Guervant takes it behind the net. And for a pass opportunity, loses the puck. Gets it right back thanks to a poke check from another Rockland teammate. We'll try and get the pass off. Really trying to battle it out of the corner. On the chase is Moran. Can't get it. LaRucco now playing defense. Trying to bring the puck up. A lot of good, like, clean hits. And that's one thing that we've seen from this game, from both sides. How about this from Moran, trying to bring the puck up? And there will be a penalty here. And it's actually going to be on St. John Paul. It's going to be cross-checking.
It's going to be the Webster Timberlanes power play.
How about that? So cross-checking as Moran was trying to go for that puck, so.
Look at it, we got a graphic and everything.
Yeah, check out Webster Timberlanes.
Yeah.
Just
sponsored. We are sponsored. Look
we are
at that.
sponsored by them and EyeBuyHouses. So
yeah.
Big shout out to our sponsors.
Yeah.
Big shout out to everyone at WRPS.
Oh, geez. I'll do it at intermission.
We'll do it.
We'll do it
later.
at intermission.
A bit of a change there. The Queen trying to get it over to Blondie. So Rockland with a chance to get back in front.
Oh, interference.
Kane shoots, and that's going to be wide. Goes all the way down, so Rockland will reset. 2:50 to go in this game. 1:45.
Good hustle
in the Webster Timberlanes power play. Blondie taking himself a burst of speed. Look at Jack Blondie go. Looking for a shot opportunity in front. Jukes the defender. Loses the puck right now as Kane gets it right back as Jack Blondie. Trying to get a pass in front, and that's going to be a goal! A deflection in front. Danny Moran makes it 2-1 thanks to the power play.
With 2:30 left in the first period of the game.
And you can just see on the bench, too, it just feels like Rockland has this reinvigorated energy. I mean, it just feels like this is still a team, it's like the Rockland football team. This is a team that's going to be together for a long time to come. But you have those seniors. You look at back, like Will Carpini's a lot like Cooper LaRucco. That's, a one-for-one comparison, along with some other players. So, interesting to see, but they do take advantage of the power play. Rockland gets back in front. And shot will go wide. Jaden McQueen and Jack Blondie on the assist. Woo! Looking for the pass. St. John Paul now going back to work. But instead, the Bulldogs trying to get a chip pass off. Now they got numbers going the other way. Kane gets tripped, but they do not call it. Shot, but that goes wide. Looking for that opportunity, trying to keep it in the offensive zone. They can't, but everyone gets back, so no offside. St. John Paul the other way. Burst of speed here, but they can't get anything to go with the defense. One thing with all these goals that we've seen is that they've all been wacky goals. They've all been deflections, like off skates, off blockers. And I think that's the thing with hockey. I mean, it's really interesting to, just getting shots on net could grant you a million goals because the puck can bounce in weird ways.
Yeah, and especially if it's on its side rolling, then all bets are off.
And that's why some people can't get these passes. I mean, they're just all over the place. But St. John Paul will looking to try and even things up before the end of the second. Cam McGuire wins the puck, though. So be taken by LaRucco, trying to get the puck up. Loses his balance, so he falls down. St. John Paul will look to reset. Maher gets a puck shot towards the net, but Gets intercepted by a St. John Paul player. We'll go right over to the corner. Blondie. McGuire. They're trying to get the pass, but it goes to the far side. 1 minute to go here in the first period. And a pass to the far side. No one there, so Meyer will look to just hit it back to neutral zone where he finds Cooper LaRucco. Cooper LaRucco. Trying to call his own shot. Gets a pass to the far side, trying to find Meyer, trying to find Blondie, but it was going to be offside, so they had to reset. It'll go on the stick of Meyer. 30 seconds to go here in the first. St. John Paul looking to try and even up this game going into the first intermission. Trying to bring the puck up is short. He's been all over the ice here for St. John Paul. Juke, what a move in front, save made by Ricky.
10 seconds left in the first period.
And St. John Paul will get one more opportunity with an icing in the Rockland zone. A face-off, not an icing.
Do you think their best bet, win the face-off, take a shot immediately?
I mean, we've seen it with LaRucco. He's tried it on multiple occasions. I would not put it past this team to try and get a shot off. It really, you can see, even as a defender, Finian Short has been their best player. Big fan of the song choice?
I wasn't expecting it.
And that will be it for the first period as the Bulldogs take a 2-1 lead into the locker room. We'll take a quick moment just to talk about the game. I mean, Rocco, what are your thoughts going into the first intermission?
You know, I'm seeing a Rockland team that is coming back from a loss, and a tough loss with that. I think what they have to do, keep this momentum for the next 2 periods, and they'll be fine. Keep it in the other zone, and they'll be fine. So just try to keep it in the offensive zone the whole time.
Yeah, and I mean, it just feels like they're responding to adversity in a really good way. I feel like we can easily see that it's really been the difference maker. So overall, I mean, it's been fantastic going both ways. What do you expect from St. John Paul? Because I mean, Finian Short, he's really been the only source of offense for this team because they've had a bunch of missed opportunities.
Yeah, I mean, just try to take more shots. That's what Rockland's doing, and I believe we're going to have James Levasseur over here in 1 minute for a quick interview.
Yeah.
But before that, I'll just keep talking. I'll do a quick WRPS shout-out.
How about that?
Ryan, Lucas, Ari, Seth, myself, Justin. Is that it for today? And Colin. Look
You
at
got
that.
Seth, right?
I got Seth.
Seth squared.
Seth squared?
Yeah.
I said it twice?
Why not?
Oh, okay.
Why not say it twice?
We have so many Seths, and I don't know if...
To my knowledge, James Levasseur just went to the locker room, so.
Oh,
No
okay.
interview.
No interview. Thanks a lot, James.
But you know what? Let's keep talking about this Rockland team. I mean, overall, it's really good to see that they're responding to adversity. Wow, that was loud. It's really good to see that they're responding to adversity. I think the one thing that we're seeing is this team is really coming together. Because, like we said, freshman, sophomore, 8th grade. I mean, this is a very, very young team. And this is going to be a core that's going to be together for a while. If they're even showing flashes of that dominance, that's going to be great.
All right, you want to cut to a quick commercial, and we'll be right back with James Levasseur.
Welcome back, WRPS Rockland here with James Levasseur. It's got to feel good to get right back out on there because, you know, that injury kept you sidelined for a few games, but it's good to be back out there with the boys.
I almost wasn't going to be able to play today. There was an issue with the note, but luckily I have the best mother in the world, and I woke her up, and immediately after she woke up, she was going from office to office trying to get a note for me, and I think it was like maybe 2 minutes into the first, and I got the note, and I was able to go out there and kill the penalty.
That's awesome.
And it felt great.
Game time decision.
Exactly.
That's awesome.
It felt great being back out there.
Just a few questions. I mean, obviously, it feels like especially with this locker room, even with the losses, that the chemistry is still at an all-time high. How has been the adversity with responding to those losses?
You know, it's motivation for us, really. You know, we want to be better. Obviously we haven't had the best start to the season, and we want to turn it around quick and have a good season.
Yeah, and obviously, last question I'll ask here is, I mean, obviously you're back, but it just feels like, especially you're seeing some of the younger guys get some time. Kane, Gervon, you're seeing these guys sort of step up. Joe Barry is another good name that comes to mind. How's it been seeing those like younger guys give valuable minutes to this Bulldog team?
You know, it's great watching them out there. You know, it's great knowing that, you know, once I graduate and, you know, the seniors this year graduate, it's good to know that, you know, the team's going to be in good hands with, you know, such a young, talented group, you know?
Yeah, you know, Jack Blondie, also known as Jack Blondie, is definitely also going to be here next season. He's got to be a fantastic captain.
Oh, yeah, he's, you know, very vocal in the locker room, you know, always trying to, you know, keep the spirits up and, you know, trying to help us get the win, you know.
Thank you as always, James Lavassia.
Thank you.
We'll take a quick minute break and then we'll get right back to the first intermission report.
This is James Lavassia, and you're watching Dogs Hockey on WRPS.
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate! part of WRPS, I did the spring musical and the fall play doing the tech booth and sound. I also helped film some of the graduations, and I also was a football commentator for the 2024 football season.
I heard about it from my friend Nicole. She was doing stuff with the drama productions, and so I wanted to do that too. And so I would do the spotlight with her, and she would do the soundboard.
I had a radio show here for 4 years. I've done numerous video promos. I've done the Arts Fest. I've hosted multiple events. And for the last year, I've actually been an intern here.
WRPS really showed me what the video production side of things is like, and really opened my eyes to how much work goes into it and how much people and effort and time it really takes to make a high quality video.
I learned how to work with a group of people because we all had to work together.
I've learned how to do a radio show, how to prep for stuff in terms of the radio show, in terms of the promo, for hosting shows like the talent show and Mr. Rockland, and basically everything else you can think of.
Being a part of WRPS, I learned how to communicate within a team during a hectic environment, especially during Tech Week. I also learned how to use all the equipment like video and camera. Also learned how to act on camera when I was commentating for the football team.
After high school, I'm going to be attending WPI to major in civil engineering.
I'm going to Brigham Young University, and I'm studying psychology.
I plan on attending Massasoit Community College to major in media arts.
I am planning to go to Suffolk University, and I'll be commuting to college to study international relations and potentially minor in forensic science.
I hope to use the funds to go towards the books and school supplies that I'm going to need in college.
I plan on using the funds for college books and other necessities for college.
I'm planning to use the money to pay for my books and transportation as I'm commuting to college this year.
I would put the money towards my tuition.
Thank you to our sponsors.
Welcome back here with War General DJ Rocco from Rockland. And I mean, we have some time. Obviously, we talked about the first intermission. We were able to get an interview with James Levasseur. Awesome that he's back. He's all smiles. I mean, it feels like this team, no matter the results recently, they've just been doing so well. But we actually have a little bit of time.
Can I cut you off real quick?
Yeah.
I have a message for James Levasseur.
Yes.
The headphones aren't nearly sweaty enough.
Well, there was time for them to cool. That's the problem. That's the problem that they had with this. But,
Okay.
But I mean, it feels like everything's going right for that. But I mean, DJ Rocco, where can they find you?
Where can you find me? You can find me on Instagram and YouTube at DJ Rocco from Rockland, Twitter/X at DJ Rocco Rockland, and also you can buy my merch, link in bio. Justin?
I mean, you have to get the commentator shit. That's my personal favorite. Obviously, Justin Bowman 00 on TikTok, Instagram, and Twitter.
Look at that.
And a YouTube, but I don't use it, so there's no point.
You should use it.
I should use it. You know what? I should use it for interviews. Make that an interview YouTube channel. Oh, that would be good. But, I mean, going back in this game, I mean, like we said, it's all smiles for this team, but they have to keep up the aggressiveness because the moment that they took their foot off the gas pedal after that first goal, St. John's came back and immediately scored. So, like, they have to keep on that aggressive forefront that you were talking about.
Yeah, and I think that's the key to winning the game. And coming up after the second period, we have 2 interviews.
Yes.
Tommy Welch Stats Show. Does it get better than that?
It doesn't. We're going to get interviews from both head coaches, St. John's and Ben Rockland.
We got Coach Steve?
Yes.
The GOAT?
Yeah,
oh my God. Can't believe it.
The absolute legend that is Coach Steve. He was mentioning some, we were talking about the blizzard of 2018 and how his plow actually broke down during that. And then he walked in, I guess his wife was having hot chocolate, and like he's like, I can't see that while I'm like plowing snow. like I'm getting jealous. And I'm like, you know what? While he was doing that, I was making snow angels in the middle of the blizzard. With shorts, t-shirts. Like, it was not good at all.
You got the Rocco fit?
Nevertheless, it's the reason I'm like immune to the cold. Start of the second period here. And front, looking for a shot, and that's going to be a save made by Ricky. St. John's getting overtly aggressive early on. Blondie winning the puck for the moment. And goes up into the air. Goes into the corner, looking for a pass in front, can't get it. So the other way goes Cam McGuire. Loses the puck. will try and go the other way. And McGuire, Moran trying to take control of it. He couldn't. And St. John's in front trying to get it, but Ricky will smartly glove that puck. I'm surprised. There's a lot of, I will say, I guess this is the first of a very large slate. I guess there's a lot of teams that play on New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
I see a lot of squads, you know.
We got lucky having the first one, I guess, because half the time they get backed up.
Well, you know, the early bird gets the
muffin.
Yeah. So here comes St. John's. Shot save made by Ricky. Keeping it in the offensive zone. Ooh. Deflection in front, but that'll go wide. Trying to bring it the other way. Kane. Over the McQueen. Trying to bring the puck up. Oh my goodness.
Wow.
A monster of a hit there by Sebastian Tropiano. But that will be a penalty. And Jaden McQueen's definitely feeling the effects of that hit. Rock Vegas is not going to like that.
I think he got his Vegas rocked.
That's exactly what happened. And I mean, he slammed the door like he didn't, you know, slam him into the boards. I mean, I don't know why he's aggressive, but guess what? Maybe he needs to go to Webster Timberlanes, throw a few strikes because it's time for the power play.
Words. I'm saying words.
Yes.
Yep.
Rockland 1 for 1 on the power play so far, looking to make it 2 for 2. And stick goes flying in the air.
Nice shot.
They'll look to just grab that and try and take it the other way. Ricky will make the save off of the clear. And hit there, Jack Blondie fighting for it in the corner. In front, Jack Jones. Oh, what a hit there from LaRucco. Delayed reaction because we couldn't see it from where we are on the ice, but bring the puck up is Blondie to the far side. Trying to get to Tommy Reno, but could not, so they'll be forced to reset. Tommy Reno getting a lot of ice time too.
Yeah.
Over the course of the season. Pass to the far side to Blondie. Looking to puck up. Jack Blondie absolutely lays out someone after tanking a hit. And Ricky will just pass it along the boards. Blondie up to Kane. Goes off his skates, so LaRucco will take it. Looking to take his own shot. Juking around, looking for a pass in front over to Kane, but that goes wide. Just outside of the net. Looking for a shot, but that just goes wide. Blondie will look for the pass in front, trying to get it to McQueen. Couldn't. Kane will try and get the puck up. Blondie, good defense there. Keeps it in the offensive zone. Kane looking to try and fight for the puck. St. John will look to try and get it out. They cannot get it. Shoot! Save made by Rebound. Rebound in front. They can't get it. 2 great saves by Smith. And
offsides.
We're going to have a penalty on Rockland. I am just surprised as you. High sticking is the call.
Really?
I did not see the high sticking.
I didn't either. Then again, I wear glasses and you wear contacts.
That is fair.
Are you sure? No one's going in the box.
I guess not. I guess there was just a dead whistle. They just didn't go for the puck.
Interesting.
Very interesting what happened there. But Rockland will look to try and get one more chance here on the Webster Timberlanes power play. Can't. So Jack Blondie will be forced to reset. Trying to keep the puck away from the St. John Paul defender. Kane to the far side. Trying to get it to his brother. Connects. Looking for the pass back to McQueen. Couldn't get it. Power play over for Rockland. 1 for 2 on the day. And goes to the far side. Falls into the netting. If that netting wasn't there, someone would have gotten a souvenir. Not a good one.
No.
They wouldn't be expecting it.
Could have had a chiclet too, so. A lifelong memory. They could have had a lifelong memory every time they look in the mirror.
It's happened at some NHL games where someone gets a black eye from it. But the LaRucco line will be out there. Trying to win the puck is LaRucco. Trying to get a shot right off in front. Pass, but that goes right off the pad of Smith. So going the other way is St. John Paul. They got numbers. 4 on 3. Shot save made by Ricky. And oh, a big, massive hit there from St. John Paul. So going the other way. Cooper LaRucco trying to win that puck. Lavasser trying to pass that puck deep. They keep it in the offensive zone. Shoots, and that's going to go off a player. LaRucco will try and take it up himself. And look for a pass in front is LaRucco. Couldn't connect. And trying to get the pass over. Just trying to keep it out of the offensive zone. They can't. St. John Paul looking for an opportunity in front, but falls on the stick of LaRucco. Yervant looking to take control of it. Getting it around. Going behind the net, but St. John Paul will look to clear. Keeping it in for the moment is Rockland. Moran looking for a shot in front. Had Yervant there trying to get the pass off. Couldn't connect. Line change here for the Bulldogs. Shot there, saved made by Ricky. I mean, you weren't here for it, but James Lavasser, a fantastic story. He almost couldn't make this game.
I saw the interview. It was shout out to his mother.
Yeah, shout out to his mother. He had to go to different doctors and just to get a note so he can play.
Yeah, at that point, just go to convenient empty. They'll put you in.
Going the other way is McQueen. 1-on-2. Looking for his opportunity. Shoots, and that's going to go wide. Goes all the way down, so Jack Blondie will look to take control of it. Loses control for the moment. To the far side, goes back into the neutral zone. St. John Paul looking to chip it in. What a move there from Kane. But that's going to be a whistle.
High sticking?
I just don't think you can hit that in the air. I don't believe that is a penalty, but
no, just a stoppage.
Yeah, stoppage. Very fantastic move by Kane to to pick that out of the air with his stick, but
especially to drop it right down too.
St. John Paul looking to take control of it. Blondie keeps it in the defensive zone, gets it over to Kane, try and get it over to the other Kane brother, can't get it. Going to the backside. Blondie just chucks it deep, falls on the stick of Short. Passes it to the far side. And they'll look to reset. Try and get the puck. Dumping it in the zone. Loses it for the moment. But now bringing it up is Kane. Gonna lay chase, trying to poke check that puck, can't. St. John Paul taking it themselves. Going around the entire defense, trying to get a pass in front, had a chance, but no one was home. Shot, and that's gonna go off the mask of Ricky. Jack Blondie looking to stop any momentum for St. John Paul. Falls down, but able to get the pass off the Kane, but it falls on the stick of Short, can't get it off. St. John Paul, poke check there by Joe Barry, but they keep it in the offensive zone. Shoots, save made by Ricky.
Great glove save by the Bulldog.
Braden Short, a fantastic shot in the slot, but could not get it to get in the back of the net. And really, it's been the Finney and Short show. I mean, really, him, number 12 on St. John Paul, has really been, if not 75% of the entire offense here for St. John Paul.
Yeah, we got 8:27 left in the second period. This is Justin's favorite song.
Apple bottom jeans.
Yeah.
Bring it up. Falls on the stick of McGuire. Going to the far side is LaRucco. LaRucco looking for a shot opportunity. Goes around the defender trying to twirl. Some other players fall down, so now a chance the other way. St. John Paul has numbers. Looking for a pass in front. Shoots, and that's going to go wide. A missed opportunity there. St. John Paul can't get to it, so they'll look to reset in the neutral zone. And a glove there from Ricky. Keeps it in the zone for the moment. Maher trying to give it to Moran. They just chuck it deep. It'll fall on the stick of Lavasser. Trying to chuck it up to LaRucco, but could not connect. Lavasser to the far side, just trying to clear it. Works for the moment. Defensive poke check from the Bulldogs does not work. And for an opportunity now is St. John Paul. Loses the puck. trying to get the backhand pass off of it. No good. LaRucco will try and take it. Kane to the chase, can't get it. Mara will look to reset, no icing. McGuire trying to get the puck out, can't. Stays in the Rockland zone. Looking for a shot from the top of the key, can't get it off. Blocked by a Rockland defender was Mar. Oh! Watch out for your teammate there. Instead, it's going to be a chance the other way. Kane and McGuire looking for the pass. Shoot, save made. Smith, a fantastic robbery.
6:39 left in the second. We have 2 coach interviews and the Tommy Welch Statistics Show coming up right after this period.
Yeah. Big shout out to coaches, the way coaches that give WRPS the time of day with those interviews. Those are really cool. They don't have to, but I trust me, we know because Abington denied it twice. But
twice?
Yes.
Wow.
Shot there, Jack Blondie. That's going to be saved by Smith. Looking for a rebound in front was Kane. He couldn't connect. It's going to go on the stick of McQueen, loses it. Kane keeps in the offensive zone. McQueen trying to do something with it. Can't, so it'll be a little scrum, a little back and forth in the neutral zone. Fighting for the puck. St. John Paul brings it into the offensive zone. Looking for a shot opportunity. Good block there. Kane with a block shot. Jack Blondie looking to bring the puck up. Trying to get over to Joe Barry, who's trying to get up to Jay McQueen. Misses it from the moment, but able to get the pass over to Kane. Kane gonna look for an opportunity, shoots, and that's gonna be wide. He tried to still make the save nonetheless. Very athletic from Smith. Passing it to the far side of St. John Paul, couldn't connect. Falls on the stick of Jack Blondie, trying to take it up. Loses it for the moment, but Jack Blondie will join the chase. Looking for an opportunity. It's McQueen in front, and that's going to be a good save made by Smith. Rebound chance, and that goes wide. A little lower, and Blondie would have had another goal. And here comes St. John Paul the other way. Shot, and that's going to be easy. Pad save from Ricky. No angle for it. To the far side, Kane to Kane. Couldn't connect. Joe Barry will try and keep it in the offensive zone. We'll just dump it in. A little bit of a line change. St. John Paul will look to try and take it up. Moran over to LaRucco. Juking around one defender, trying to get around two. He does for the moment, but a third defender had to stop him. Going the other way now is St. John Paul. They have numbers. Short, taking it himself, falls on the stick of another St. John Paul player. Couldn't connect on it. Gets sent right back out to the neutral zone. 4:23 left here in the second period. Pass to the far side, but no one home. Falls on the stick of a St. John Paul defender. No icing. Mara will look to try and reset. Try and get the pass off. LaRucco gets around two defenders with that juke. Trying to do it again, can't get it. St. John defender trying to go for the hit stick, but could not. Instead, John Paul, chance here, and that's gonna go wide. Ice slippery when wet, and as a result, Kane going the other way, shoots, and that's gonna go off the pad. Oh my goodness.
Stickless.
Ryan Maher was just trying to go backwards and slipped on a banana peel. But that
Penalty.
banana peel was another player's stick.
Yeah.
So guess what we're going on?
The EyeBuyHouses penalty. Power play. No,
Webster.
Nope. Oh my.
You almost had it.
Nope. So, wrong graphic.
We're on the second period.
Come on, Colin. Wrong graphic.
We're on the Webster Timberlanes power play.
Timberlanes power
Webster?
play. Oh, okay, thank you. We'll be right back.
Right after these messages. No.
Okay.
But 3:39 here left in the second period. Don't worry, I got you, brother.
Thank you. All right, I'm gonna retire. This is it.
But a bad penalty to take, so Rockland looked to take advantage. 1 for 2 on the power play so far. Puck gets batted up in the air. Blondie tried to keep it on his stick. But LaRucco will look to reset. Get it over to Blondie. Trying to get it over to Moran. Can't connect. LaRucco trying to keep it in the offensive zone. And he does for the moment. Trying to get it up.
Oh,
Stick comes flying in the
stick.
air. St. John Paul defender looking for a call. He's not going to get it. And Lugo pass in front. Oh, that was a great chance. McQueen could not put it home. McQueen trying to get over to Kane. And that just gets chucked deep. One-on-one the other way if LaRuco's not careful, but they're luckily able to get back to it. Short has been overtly aggressive here for St. John Paul. Will have another chance. Shoot, save made by Ricky. Now going the other way as the Bulldogs. 55 seconds left on the Webster Timberlanes power play. LaRuco being patient. Going for Kane. Looking for an opportunity was Blondie to take a slap shot, but could not connect. So LaRuco will have to chase. LaRuco stops it for the moment. Trying to keep it into Jane McQueen. Goes to LaRuco. Pass in front, can't connect. Jack Blondie shoots wide. LaRuco taking his own shot. What a save made by Smith.
2:07 left in the second. 28 seconds left on the, hold on, Webster Timberlanes power play.
I want to go to Webster now.
You want to go to Webster?
Yeah.
What do they got there?
Next to New Haven, where Lucas was. But yeah, the offensive pressure was just too much. I agree with the call with Smith. Just gloving that, trying to reset. Line's going to reset as a result. One more chance here for the Bulldogs on the power play. Interesting decision there. Kane will try and pass over to McGuire. Gets it on the stick of Jack Blondie. Jack Blondie trying to look to take it himself. Gets the pass off the Kane. Will look for a juke in front. Looking for a shot. That's going to be a save made by Smith. Rebound, no good. Trying to get back. They understood that the player was about to come out of the penalty box, but 1:30 to go. 90 seconds here left in the second period. Falls on the stick of LaRuco as they tried to clear it. Blondie. Oh, couldn't get the pass off, so all of a sudden St. John Paul going the other way. Shoots. And that's going to be off the pad of Ricky and wide. Trying to pass it deep into the Bulldogs. They clear the zone. We'll go back into the neutral. McCain actually, good defensive hustle there, trying to go after the puck. A little bit of chippiness there between Kane and the St. John Paul defender. LaRuco trying to take it himself. Shoots, and that's going to go off the player.
He's going to feel that tomorrow.
Kane trying to keep it in. He can't. 51 seconds left. Blondie looking to try and get one more chance here for Kane. Falls on the stick of LaRuco. Has the puck on a string. Taking it himself. Looking for the pass in front. Moran can't get it off. Save made by Smith.
Like 35 seconds left.
Like we said, make sure to tune in for both coach interviews.
And the Tommy Walsh Statistics Show.
Yeah, the
and he's
stats
standing right next
himself.
to me. He's...
Had a Montreal 06 at 10 a.m.
Yeah, yeah.
I will say I have had cold pizza at 8 a.m. before, so I'm no better as a culprit. So
yeah. Justin, do you want to pump it up?
I think James Avasa wants to pump it up. He's on the ice right now. Him and Meyer out there. Along with Giervon. Looking for a looking for a wrapper. Okay, get it shot, and that's going to get deflected off of St. John Paul's stick and go wide. It's good to know that James Lavas is getting some time as well.
Yeah.
Especially since they desperately need that defensive help. And gets on the stick of Lavasser. Shot! Goes through a St. John Paul player, but stops there. And looking for a shot. Can't get it. Giervon will chase. They get an opportunity here. Shoots! That's going to go wide. 7 seconds to go. And hit there off the stick from Ricky. Looking for a pass in front. It's St. John Paul. They did not have enough time. And that will do it there for the second period. Still a 2-1 game. As we get a quick word. I mean, Rocco, fantastic game so far. I think it's what you're doing right now. Is that like the vibe of this Rockland team?
Yeah, man. They're pumping up that that energy. They're really just going for. Really? Oh, that good?
Yeah, that's it's the unexpectedness. It's like dry humor, but it's like beef jerky. You know, it's like the same thing.
Okay.
But going with that, we're gonna take a quick word from both our interviews. We're going to first hear from the Rockland head coach, of course, and then we're going to hear from the St. John Paul coach. I was able to get with both of them.
And then we'll be back with Tommy.
Well, yep.
Well, I won't be here. You'll be here.
Yes.
Then I'll be back. All right, we'll be right back.
WRPS Rockland, Justin Bowman here with Coach Murphy again. Obviously not the result you want in the Cashman Cup, but I actually wanted to go a little bit of a different way. Obviously, you've had some injuries. You mentioned Dean Alex, James Lavosser. The main two, culprits, the main two suspects. But I mean, Owen Giervont, as a result, has actually been getting a lot more playing time than usual. Was that sort of the plan going into the season, or it's been more of a over the course of the season with how impressed you've been?
So that's been the plan with him, was to kind of gradually put him on the ice, because the contact for an 8th grader is a big difference from what he's used to. And he has a lot of skill, a lot of talent. So we knew it was only going to be a matter of time before he keeps getting more and more ice time as the year goes on. He did.
WRPS Rockland, Justin Bowman here with Coach Murphy again. Obviously not the result you want in the Cashman Cup, but I actually wanted to go a little bit of a different way. Obviously, you've had some injuries. You mentioned Dean Alex, James Lavosser. The main two, culprits, the main two suspects. But I mean, Owen Giervont, as a result, has actually been getting. WRPS Rockland, Justin Bowman here with Coach Murphy again. Obviously not the result you want in the Cashman Cup, but I actually wanted to go a little bit of a different way. Obviously, you've had some injuries. You mentioned Dean Alex, James Lavosser. The main two, culprits, the main two suspects. But I mean, Owen Giervont, as a result, has actually been getting a lot more playing time than usual. Was that sort of the plan going into the season, or it's been more of a over the course of the season with how impressed you've been?
So that's been the plan with him, was to kind of gradually put him on the ice, because the contact for an 8th grader is a big difference from what he's used to. And he has a lot of skill, a lot of talent. So we knew it was only going to be a matter of time before he keeps getting more and more ice time as the year goes on. He did have to play a little bit more than anticipated at first, but I think it's going to benefit him in the long run, because I think he's going to end up playing a lot more as the year kind of keeps progressing. He gets used to the contact and all that.
Yeah, of course, like the Kane brothers, this is still a very young team as well.
Yeah.
But you also have the leadership, too, and someone who's going to be back next year that has been pretty good, Jack Blondie. But I actually wanted to talk about Joe Barry. I mean, he's a sophomore, and he's actually, first few games, he was sort of still getting used to it, but like he's definitely feel like he's been that defensive anchor whenever Jack Blondie or Maher is not out there.
So the first couple games, he had a tough couple first games of the year, and we had to talk with him. And I think the last 2 games, he's played excellent. He's stepping up. He knows when to move up with the play, when to stay back. But like you said, defensively, he's been a big help, especially with James and Dean hurt. We needed someone to count on, and he's kind of picked up that role the last couple games. So hopefully he can keep it going, because he knows the game. He just has to get out of his own head sometimes and play the way he can play, and he's a solid player.
Yeah, we talked about it with the other coach too, like the aggressiveness off the jump, especially in these morning games. Like that's the one thing that you're looking for. I mean, and I can definitely see that there was more aggressiveness in that Abington game from the jump. It looked like a completely different team than the first time around.
Yeah.
Is that something that you definitely want to build on, that aggressiveness, especially off the jump with this team?
Yes. That is the way we have to play. We cannot sit and wait every game, because we don't have the depth and the talent that all these other teams have. We had a very tough first 5 games of the year, especially with Abington twice. They're a very good team. And the way we were able to jump on them, and if you actually look, the first 3 goals, one was tipped, the first one, the third one went off Jack Blondie's skate. So like, it was a close game. We just had some unlucky bounces. And because we were aggressive, I thought we played pretty good and kept up with them. And that's especially a New Year's Eve game. We have to come out ready to play and be aggressive.
Well, I know a perfect way to start off the new year right, and that's getting a win going into 2026. So
that's what I'm hoping for.
Good luck, Coach. We'll go back to WRPS Rockland live on YouTube. WRPS. Hey, the St. John Paul head coach here, and you're talking about WRPS Rockland as they face them. I mean, 4-1 to start the season. The team's looking really good. What's your preparation going into this game, as opposed to morning to holiday season? Especially, this is a Rockland team that obviously the record doesn't reflect it, but they are a very aggressive team. What's the mindset going into this game?
Yeah, I mean, I think you're right. Early morning game has got a different feel to it. So I think the conversation is going to be about pace. Trying to push the pace, trying to get out there and sort of dictate our tempo. We on paper we've been successful so far, but there is a lot of holes in our game that we're trying to fill. One of them is starting strong and playing physical. So I think if we can get to that early, everything else will kind of fall into place for us.
Yeah, of course.
That's going to be the conversation.
Yeah, you mentioned it before, a couple injuries with this team, a couple injuries with Rockland too, so both teams sort of battling injuries. But has there been one person in the start of the season that has really like surprised you with how well he's played so far?
Yeah, I would say so. Number 19, Dom Toto, who's he's a sophomore. Took a big leap from last year to this year. He's getting regular minutes, where last year he was kind of in and out of the lineup a little bit. He's kind of a rugged player, plays a rugged style, and he can finish, he can score, and so we rely on him to kind of play a pretty significant role on our second line generally. So he, really that whole second line. Taylor Richardson's another one, took a big leap. Number 21, big leap from last year to this year. So our second line is really, we go as they go. If they're on, then the team is on. So yeah, I would say one or two of those guys is probably who we look at.
Yeah, you mentioned it being aggressive, going off the forefront, but what was the message just in the locker room for this team in general? Because obviously we mentioned before, high tempo team, but was there like a certain game plan that you're focusing on going into this game?
Yeah, better awareness and winning races. So we, as we look back at our games on film, even though like I said, we've had some success, there's just a lot that we're leaving out there, a lot of opportunities that we can capitalize on that we're a little slow to get to. And I keep telling them it's going to catch up with us eventually, and we run into a team that is going to be bigger, more physical, faster than us, and we can't get away with that kind of stuff. So it's really, it's an awareness of what our job is when we're on the ice, and winning races and getting to the 50-50 battles a little bit quicker.
Yep, and that'll be it thank you so much for joining us.
Good.
We'll go back to WRPS Rockland live on YouTube for the hockey game.
I mean, we thought Rockland was going to get killed in this game. Yeah. And hey, knock on wood, it's actually looked pretty, it's been a pretty even matchup, but I mean, we go back to the Rockland aggressiveness we talked about. That's been the key factor. Them getting aggressive off the jump gave them that early lead.
Yeah, definitely. I do agree with you on that, but it's like, I honestly thought St. John's Paul was just going to open up like 4 straight goals. Nah, Rockland has kept it close. I'm not trying to jinx them. I hope they can continue that.
And you jinx.
I did not.
Okay, but what stats do you have for us, Tommy?
Alrighty, for shots for Rockland, 19.
Wow.
For St. John's, I got 18.
Okay.
For hits, Rockland, 18, with St. John's Paul getting 23, which is...
So, like, really, the thing is with this is, like, this is more of a indictment to Rockland.
Yeah.
Because this is a team that only has 1 win.
Yeah.
If you look at it on paper, this should not... It's a dead even game. So I think this would be a real big momentum swing if Rockland was able to win this game.
Yeah, definitely. I do have to agree with you on that. Yeah, that's all I got, basically.
Yeah, we'll just take a quick minute break, and then we'll get back to meeting DJ Rocco, and then we'll get back to the third period here on WRPS Rockland.
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah! Be great.
Participate.
Welcome back to the second intermission as we get ready for the third period. You missed it. One of our team members had a little bit of a mishap with the fries.
First off, how much was that?
First off, that's
that's not bad for
First off,
$6.
can we show this on camera? Can we show this on camera the amount of fries that is?
Lucas, can we get a shot?
I don't even know if we can get a shot.
Colin, can we get
an action shot?
Can you switch this to Lucas's camera, please?
We got to show the amount of fries you get for $6.
Look at this $6, great deal. This is. Oh no.
Lucas
We lost another one.
took a fry and then lost a fry. Let's go back to us. Thank you, Colin, for that's so useless. Anyways, going.
That was great.
But I mean, we have a moment. We
Yeah.
talked about TV shows. Now TV shows was something that was brought up. We talked about Ed and Eddie. That was my personal favorite as a kid. What about you? Like, what are some shows that like you think are in the top tier?
Oh man, Scooby-Doo.
Oh, gotta be. That's a classic. I mean,
Scooby. Like from
what
from-
version? Because there's multiple versions.
I don't like the newer ones. Like I'm talking like 60s to 2010s.
Fair.
Like 2010s to now, not so good. But like 2015 and before.
I'm gonna sound really old. Like Looney Tunes is like holds up today.
Looney Tunes is great.
Looney Tunes is really
I love
good.
Looney Tunes, man. You know, Sylvester the Cat.
Two people that either look older or is old saying that, it doesn't help the case.
Yeah,
but
no,
I mean,
no.
But I mean, I think Looney Tunes is pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's once we see a team that's the Ducks, we can have it's duck hunting season when it comes to the Bulldogs. But I mean, overall, I mean, we talked about it with Tommy. It's really interesting because this is a team. Obviously, there's two teams on paper that shouldn't be this close, especially when the shots are dead even. The hits are actually in favor of St. John Paul. I mean, Rockland has to feel real good going into this third period.
Yeah, man.
Got to feel like Scooby-Doo.
No, yeah. Like this.
Exactly like that. Like Zoink Scoob, they shouldn't allow any more goals.
Like Zoink Scoob.
But I mean, any other ones? Anyone else that come to mind?
TV shows?
Yeah.
Like just like total?
Like cartoon TV shows. Like Chowder.
Chowder?
Oh, you've never seen Chowder? Really good one.
All right.
Hey, what's in? Give me one. Give me like a random one.
Random. Oh man, I don't know.
And when I say random, don't say Sopranos because you've mentioned that many times.
Twin Peaks. Love Twin Peaks. Always Sunny in Philadelphia is my favorite show of all time. It's
Fair.
Always Sunny. Also, my most viewed reel on Instagram, so go check that one out.
We're the same age. We're the same age.
So good.
I didn't realize it at the time. That was a great reference.
Thank you. And we're off.
Third period start here. St. John Paul looking to try and even up this game. Goes on to stick of Moran. Loses it. So go back to Marr. Marr trying to go to the far side. Just dumps it in deep, but no icing. St. John Paul will look to try and generate some offense. Loses the puck. Badly timed pass, so Lurko will play chase. Cam McGuire trying to help out, but goes all the way down, and that'll be icing. Speaking of icing, I could go for a gingerbread house right now.
Yeah? A whole one?
No,
could you eat a whole? I think I could take a whole gingerbread house.
You really think so?
I think so. Like a medium-sized gingerbread house?
Not this season, but if we're here next season, WRPS has to have like a gingerbread making competition. Like a house competition?
I think Biko would just make the... it would just be on his desk and it would slowly be eaten.
But go the other way. Bulldogs trying to keep it in the offensive zone. Goes over the cane. St. John's controls it for the moment. A little bit of a back and forth. And the juke there. Puck goes almost over the entirety of the netting, but luckily gets caught at the top, so that'll be a face-off.
Caught at the top. That sounds like a Nickelodeon show.
It really... I would not be surprised. I will say I was a big fan of Zoe 101.
Zoe 101?
Yeah.
Wow.
That and Victorious. I was a fan of those shows.
Secret?
I don't think that was... I think we're talking about different shows. We're going the other way. Now it's St. John Paul with numbers. Oh, trying to get a block off there, but could not. And shot goes an easy save there from Ricky. Blondie looking to control the puck and just hit it deep. Goes over the cane. Trying to kick it up to help him out. Joe Barry. Well, how about defensively? McQueen trying to hit the puck up over to Kane. Kane with a burst of speed going the other way. And they'll say that's icing.
Icing? The puck was on a stick.
The puck was on the Rockland player's stick and they called that icing. Interesting. I don't think that's a high school rule, which is that's very peculiar.
That's odd.
Very, very interesting, but nevertheless, Rockland will be in the defensive zone, 13-32. Up there in the third period.
Apparently Lucas has a whole bag of Doritos in his
like how
pocket.
you spawned a mug, he spawned Doritos Nachos. Not sponsored.
Not sponsored.
Not sponsored. Would love to be sponsored. LaRucco Taking it on his stick. Goes over to Moran. Can't get to it, so St. John Paul will look to reset. Trying to take control of the puck. And that will be offside.
Offside.
And referee was actually pointing at the St. John Paul player.
Now, do you think they're going to go for an onside kick?
Yes. I've actually seen LaRucco try and kick the puck forward a few times, so like we can say onside kick. That's actually a move that Jack Blondie does. Oh, shot there.
Whoa.
Save made by Ricky with the blocker. St. John Paul in the offensive end. McGuire trying to take control of it. Blondie trying to pass over the Maher, couldn't get it. Strum in the corner. LaRucco gets it on his stick. St. John Paul with a shot, and that's a save made by Ricky. Another opportunity in front. Rocco is gasping.
Yeah. You should see him at a Bruins game.
Oh my goodness. Don't even get me started on the Bruins games. LaRucco trying to help Rockland extend this lead by 2. And trying to get the pass up. And hit there on Maher. So go all the way down. Kane will chase. St. John Paul the other way. With a burst of speed, trying to get there, but ball's on the stick of Maher. Kane trying to get control of it. Getting up to Maher. Gets tripped up, and that will be a penalty.
That will?
Yes. Maher tried to get by him, and instead of a forward banana, it was a backward banana. Easy to get those confused.
Yes. Have you seen the Paul Blart films?
Yes.
Do you know the one scene where he eats the black banana?
Yes. Classic scene.
Yeah.
You're welcome for the new reel. Anyways, trying to bring it up. St. John Paul will just clear it. But we're on the Webster Timberlanes power play. Rockland currently 1 for 3 on the power play so far this game. Blondie looking to take it himself. A burst of speed. Look at Jack Blondie go.
Yeesh.
Looking for a pass over to LaRucco. Trying to take control of it. Lost it. So going the other way. Now it's going to be a breakaway here for St. John Paul. Sebastian Tropiano shoots. Scores! A short-handed goal. We're tied. And just a bad defense. I mean, a great defensive poke check from Tropiano, but that shouldn't have happened in the first place. And just like that, Rockland has let St. John Paul get back in this game.
You know, I just realized we haven't done the tie check, so we'll do that at the conclusion of the game.
Yeah.
And then we'll have another Tommy stat show because he's sitting right next to me.
We got to include the freezing factor into more games as well. And shot, that will go wide. St. John Paul now getting a lot more aggressive. LaRucco will look to reset. 1:16 left on the Webster Timberlanes power play. LaRucco taking it himself, looking to call his own number, shoots it! And that will be saved and then go up into the netting. So face-off will be in the offensive zone for the Bulldogs. And for the win off the draw is Kane. Wins it for the moment. Trying to bring it up himself, but it will be a good clear from St. John Paul. Ricky will help out Blondie, try and get the puck back up. 50 seconds left on the power play. Trying to get to the far side is LaRucco. Didn't know the pass was coming his way, so he had to go back for it. Trying to get a pass over to that far side to Blondie, couldn't connect. And now look to just clear this puck. 30 seconds to go on the power play. Bulldogs let up a power play goal while the other team was on the penalty kill, and that's why it's 2-2. Bringing it up in the offensive zone. LaRucco trying to keep it at bay, and trying to keep it there was Daniel Kane, but it'll be a reset. Five seconds to go here on the power play. Going the other way now is Rockland. They have numbers. Chasing now is McQueen. That'll be just a chuck in deep, but it will be icing.
So, Justin, how do you feel Ricky the Bulldog S&C is holding up against Colin Rowe's previous games?
I mean, both goalies are fantastic. I think we both need to agree that these are both very athletic players. I mean, especially Ricky and Colin are both, their reflexes are something that are insane. Their reaction time is something that is really, really good. So both goalies have been fantastic. They've had their moments, but every goalie does. It happens in the game of hockey. Trying to keep in the offensive end was the Bulldogs. Couldn't take control of it. St. John Paul will go the other way. And the first shot deep. Can't get it. McGuire trying to block that shot. Goes off the pad of Ricky, then up. Trying to bring the puck up as St. John Paul. They actually stop it. Shoots, and that's going to be a save made by Ricky. Rebound chance! Scores!
I saw that one coming.
Ricky extended to try and stop that puck, but Braden Short has given St. John Paul the lead.
9:21 left in the third. And now the Rockland bench isn't all smiles anymore.
And I mean, when it comes to both of these teams, I mean, especially Rockland, I mean, it's very interesting. He said sorry for the jinx.
Tommy jinxed us?
Yes. Again. And no icing there, so it'll go around. A pass over to the other side. And that shot's going to go behind the net. But really, St. John Paul, we know how good of a team this is, but Rockland just couldn't capitalize on their opportunities. Multiple chances, especially a power play. That penalty kill goal was definitely the difference maker. Lavasser on defense. Trying to bring the puck up. Goes on the stick of Aruco. Urgency now building for the Bulldogs. Trying to get her around, could not connect. Goes to Moran. Over to Aruco, looking for a pass in front, can't connect. Blondie shoots, and that's going to be wide. Marr keeps it in the offensive zone. St. John Paul will take control of the puck, though, and try and reset. Marr keeps it in the offensive zone for the moment, though, but goes the other way, and that'll be icing.
8:17 left in regulation. Wow, Jack Edwards just came out there. That was bad. That happens sometimes.
That's actually one of my inspirations.
Yeah?
One of my inspirations for getting into
later
commentating.
Jack Edwards or prime Jack Edwards?
Prime Jack Edwards.
Okay. Yeah, I just had later Jack Edwards come out. He's actually going to Pembroke.
Really?
Couple of weeks, yeah.
How about that? Hope he's doing well.
Yeah.
Face-off win there for St. John Paul. To the far side. St. John Paul will still take control of it. We'll try and bring the puck up. Couldn't gain control of it, so we'll go into the defensive end. Rockland will look to try and get it out. And still St. John Paul has a chance in front, and the pass, but no good. Chance in front. Good block there from Daniel Kane, but they get the puck right back. Shoots, save made by Ricky. Gervont try and get the puck out. There was a shot there, but it went wide. McQueen over to Joe Barry. Looking to just get that puck out, and that's exactly what they do. And that will be icing.
It's like the music knew that was going to be icing.
Yeah.
That started before the whistle. Now, something I'm noticing St. John Paul is doing, they're just blocking Ricky with their players. It's a great strategy to be just block the goaltender. They can't see, you know, and it seems to be working.
Yeah, I mean, getting in front of the goaltender is going to help them out when it comes to that especially. So now here comes Rockland the other way. McGuire looking to try and get a shot and gets over to the stick of Smick, but he just bats that away. Looking for a possible pass in front. Had a chance there. Rockland couldn't keep it in the offensive zone, though, so St. John Paul will hit it out. Joe Barry will hit it deep. Trying to bring the puck up is St. John Paul, trying to extend this lead. Big comeback here for St. John Paul. Looking to keep Rockland at one win going into 2026. Shot, and that's going to be a save made by Ricky. And shot again in front, but Ricky will make the save. And it's not to the Bulldogs' extent. It's like they're still being aggressive. It's just that St. John Paul, they have 4 wins for a reason this far in the season. They've just been really lacking in the opportunity department, and they're finally capitalizing on it. They'll get another opportunity here. Pass in front. Trying to get a shot, but that goes wide. Dangerous pass. Looking for another pass in front. Oh, another chance. Missed opportunity. Backhander shot. Save made by Ricky. Oh. Blondie getting a little aggressive there. A little bit of chatter between both teams. Let's talk about New Year's resolutions.
New Year's resolutions?
Of course. They're talking about instead of, you know.
Yeah.
What are your New Year's resolutions?
My New Year's resolution? Keep posting it on Instagram.
Nice. We love the plug. And Blondie trying to get the puck out, but St. John Paul keeps it in the offensive zone. Dangerous area. Can't capitalize on it. We'll try and get the pass over to Kane. Now a 2-on-1 the other way. Goes over to McQueen. McQueen shoots. That's going to go wide. And for another pass in front. Gets by the goaltender for the moment. Mara tries to keep it in the offensive zone. St. John Paul takes control of it. A little over 6 minutes to go here in this game. Bulldogs trying to get this game back even. Hit there from Kane. St. John Paul bringing the puck up. Daniel Kane loses his stick. Won't be able to go back for it. Just trying to kick the puck. He's just trying to kick the puck up. I mean, whatever works. McQueen trying to get it back over to Kane, but they do take control of the puck. Blondie now being overtly aggressive. Starting to get into desperation time for the Bulldogs. Blondie doing everything he can to try and help out the Bulldogs get that goal back. Shot here for St. John Paul, and that's going to go off the pad of Ricky and up into the netting. I mean, St. John Paul, let's talk about them for a second. I mean, what a comeback. I mean, they just kept being resilient, and like we said, shots on goal, anything can happen.
Yeah.
Rockland won't be able to win the faceoff for the moment, but St. John Paul trying to bring the puck up. Guillermo gets knocked down. St. John Paul looking for the pass in front, can't connect. Winning it originally is Moran. Now here comes LaRucco looking for the pass to the far side, couldn't connect on it. Trying to find Guillermo. Going the other way, shot, save made. Ricky doing everything he can to keep the Bulldogs in this game. LaRucco on the chase. St. John Paul looking for a pass in front, and that's going to be just wide. A fantastic opportunity. Over to that far side. Lavasser trying to bring the puck up. Goes off the pad of LaRucco. They'll just try and clear the puck yet again. LaRucco will try and lay chase. Can't get the poke check off. They do get the line change off, though. Lavasser and Barry out there on defense. Lavasser gets juked around. What a move! What a save made by Ricky. Rebound chance in front, no good. LaRucco can't get it. Just trying to get it out. A lot of offensive pressure here from St. John Paul. Lavasser on the chase, trying to get it in front. What a save made by Ricky. In the moment shot, and they're able to get to it. St. John Paul gets back into the offensive zone, though. Offensive pressure. Bulldogs looking to try and get out. Oh, and they get a very timely penalty here. A trip on LaRucco. And this is probably the most important Webster Timberlanes power play of the night, as there's 3:34 left here in the third period. Bulldogs down by 1.
You know, we've seen some great saves by Richard, but he's going to keep it up, you know?
And I mean, Ricky's doing everything he can to keep them in this game, but St. John Paul came out firing in the third, and they've been able to capitalize on. A penalty kill goal is something that you rarely see, especially shorthanded.
Especially on an EyeBuyHouses penalty kill.
And we will have a timeout here for the Bulldogs. They'll talk things over. They have their main 5 out there. McQueen, Blondie, LaRucco, Kane, and Moran. Your top 5 players. I mean, this is a big moment in the game. Murphy's
do you want to do a quick tie check?
Yeah. Oh, while we have a moment.
Can we get a camera on us? Thank you.
Absolutely.
We got the acoustic tie today. It's all fancy acoustic guitars. Not like mine. Mine's Gray Burst because I'm cool. But this is a very nice tie. I also have a matching pocket square.
Wow.
But this doesn't have a pocket square on it. You do. We could have matched.
Yeah.
That would have been crazy.
It's not a real pocket square though.
Oh, you could have just popped it in there.
I mean, I do have a pocket square I could use. He's touching my hair.
What?
He's touching my hair.
We're gonna clip that. We're gonna have to clip that. Justin, when was the last time you got your haircut?
It's been a while now. I'm actually probably gonna get cut soon.
That's been a while.
Yeah.
I mean, mine just doesn't grow.
Well, I'm blessed with the genes of not needing to cut my hair every like having to cut it every 3 months is definitely like
also saves you a ton of money.
Yes. That does not. Trust me.
No?
I get more haircuts.
Where do you go?
I go to, I don't know if I can say, but Wicked, I think it's called Uptown's Finest.
Ah, not sponsored.
Yeah, fantastic people.
I go to Kathy at Headlines Family Cuts, not sponsored.
How about that? But here we go. Webster Timberlane's power play and the Bulldogs. If they want to capitalize, they need to do it right now. Kane loses the puck, but Blondie helps him out. Passing deep. Will go all the way over to LaRucco. LaRucco trying to get a pass over to the far side to Blondie. Blondie trying to get a pass over in front, and that goes wide. Rockland will reset. Ricky tried to go for the puck, but a lot of offensive pressure from St. John Paul. They'll go over to Jaden McQueen. Jaden McQueen trying to take it up himself. Passed the puck in deep, but could not connect on it. And looking for a shot opportunity. Has a pass. Save! Oh, my goodness. Rebound chance in front. Goes just over the net. Kane looking for another opportunity. Shoots, and that goes off a player. Falls down. Strongly with a shot. Save made by Smith. Unbelievable. Thought they went in for a second. Had to hold my breath. Looking for an opportunity. And they finally clear the puck. 45 seconds left on the Webster Timberlanes power play. And LaRucco loses the puck. Chance for another shorthanded goal here for St. John Paul. In front, could not connect. Jaden McQueen. Now Rockland has numbers the other way. To the far side, looking for Gigas. LaRucco could not connect on it. Can't get to it either. One-on-one the other way, McQueen the defender. And gets around him. St. John Paul looking to try and stop it. 14 seconds to go here on the power play. Instead, St. John Paul will have a chance to go the other way. Possibly looking for a pass opportunity in front, but no one is home. Trying to get the puck deep. Penalty over, 1:31 to go. And that puck will go into the board, so they'll reset.
Very interesting music choice today, all over the place.
I like it.
Yeah?
Face-off will be in the Rockland zone. 1:26 to go in Rocco. I have one question for you. Do you believe in miracles?
Ooh, I don't know. This has been a tight game, so maybe. I might go into OT. I'm not going to say the word.
Kane gonna look to try and take it himself. Pass over to Moran. They're gonna call it offsides. Fantastic pass, but it was just a second too late. And it'll be in the neutral zone for the face-off.
1:19 left in regulation.
Rockland to try and get into the second overtime game of their season. Looking for a chance in front. Rockland keeps control of the puck. Moran can't get in front of it, so they're forced to dump the puck. Looking to chase. Moran to the far side. St. John Paul looking for the silencer. In front. And trying to find a St. John Paul. Shoots. Save made by Ricky. 55 seconds to go. Who will be the hero here for the Bulldogs? Maybe it's Kane trying to look for the possible deflection in front. Couldn't get it. Will go all the way out. They'll reset. 40 seconds to go. Rockland trying to keep it as LaRucco. LaRucco taking it himself. gets absolutely bulldozed. They're still trying to chase after the puck. Trying to keep it in deep. LaRucco battling for it in the corner. They're just trying to get the puck out. They can't. Rockland, a lot of added pressure. 20 seconds to go. Just trying to get a shot off. Looks like they can't. St. John Paul looking to just try and get that puck out. Trying to keep it in LaRucco. They won't be able to get it. 12 seconds to go. Empty net. And that will be the game. Goaltender pulled. And Braden Short scores his second.
Oh. He's not too happy.
I mean, of course, if you're Rockland, you're not going to be too happy. I mean,
you can be a little nicer with the door.
I mean, you got to be frustrated, especially if you are LaRucco. I mean, had a chance with the game on your stick, and I mean, just a great defensive play. But now Kane looking to try and get a pass in front, looking for the shot opportunity. 1 second left, and that will do it. St. John Paul will win this game 4-2, a 3-goal comeback. And Rockland's woes continue as they will go into the new year with only one regulation win. Real quick, before we get to Tommy, I mean, Rocco, it just, you're seeing glimpses. You really are seeing glimpses of greatness from this team. But we talked about it with the football team. It's the inconsistencies, but again, it's a young team. But you're seeing those flashes, so the future is bright for this team.
Yeah, and for sure. So thank you for watching me today. We're going to have Tommy on in a second. So, Justin, I'll see you next year.
Absolutely.
And it's going to be a great rest of the season. And we'll be right back.
Welcome to the end of game report here. We're just talking about the final thoughts of the game. Just a moment here with Tommy Welch one more time. Tommy, again, Rockland's woes just continue to really be the back end of the season.
Yeah, it really starts, and it's just, that game was tough. It was just, I got nothing to say. It was just a tough game for them.
I think the momentum shifter, in my opinion, Tommy, was definitely the penalty kill goal.
Yeah.
That once that happened, I feel like all the momentum was on St. John Paul's side, and they were finally getting their chances. I mean, Rockland missed multiple opportunities, so it was just unfortunate. But what are the stats are for this game?
Stats: Rockland with 25 shots, St. John's Paul with 34. Hits-wise, Rockland with 24, St. John's Paul with 27. So yeah,
I mean, we talked about it before. You're seeing flashes, and I want to have that be. It's never a win when you lose in regulation like this. But you have to take, at this point when you're 1-5, you have to take some good things. You know, the WEB game, the fact that you see freshmen and 8th graders like McQueen and Giervant flying around. I mean, they're getting a lot of playing time, and it's hopeful for the future. I mean, Blondie, he continues to be really the superstar player for this team. So
yeah, definitely.
Absolutely. Any final thoughts?
No.
All right. With that being said, my name is Justin Bowman, Tommy Welch, and for everyone here at WRPS Rockland, we will wish you adieu, and we will see you next time. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with everything Rockland hockey, and we will see you guys next time here on WRPS Rockland live on YouTube.
This is James Avasa, and you're watching Dogs Hockey on WRPS.
Participate.
Where does greatness start? Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field.
Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Be great.
Participate!